moving on to some professional sports, which is my first time doing this. So I'm gonna talk about baseball real quick. So spring training for the MLB begins this following Sunday. So on the 28th, you got the Red Sox versus the Twins. You got the Braves and the Rays. You got the Blue Jays and the Yankees, the Marlins and the Astros, and the Nationals and the Cardinals. There are a bunch of other games, just like 500 other games, but I really don't feel like saying all that. So if you really want to know all the schedules and stuff like that, just Google it. It's not that hard to do. Moving on into NHL, the Capitals beat the Devils 4-3. The Senators beat the Canadiens 3-2. The Bruins beat the Flyers 7-3, and the Jets beat the Canucks 4-3. Real quick, when I was looking this up, I saw that the Bruins and the Flyers was playing on like this little lake. That's actually very tough, yo. I think the NHL should experience that some more. Like that was actually a very nice sight to see. So and then finally moving on into the NBA because obviously the NFL is in the offseason right now. Um, I'm not going to talk about the scores right now because I'm currently in the process of watching the game, so I don't want to spoil it for myself. But I am going to talk about some of my disappointments and my surprises of the season. I'm going to be real brief because I know I'm taking a really long time, so I'm going to be quick with it. So real quick, my disappointments this year. Boston is like at 500 right now. They just lost to the Pelicans. So yeah, Boston is at a 500 record right now. I'm real surprised. I thought they were going to be doing a lot better than they are. They're still like in the middle of the East, but yeah, and Kemba Walker is garbage. Yeah, he just does not fit with that team. My goodness. Miami, I kind of want to give them some more time. I think they really had to deal with health and safety protocols, which I think are stupid. And same thing with Boston too. They've had to deal with health and safety, but they are getting to that point where it's like, all right, but y'all gotta start getting it together. I mean, they did beat the Lakers like 2 days ago, so I'll give them that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just really hoping that they can get it back on track. Washington and Russell Westbrook. Yeah, so Washington has I think a lot of people thought they were at least going to be a playoff team, but yeah, they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. And my goodness, Russell Westbrook. Oh my gosh, he's playing absolutely atrocious. I can't even begin to say how trash he's been. I won't get into that. But and then lastly, I have Dallas. Definitely think a lot of people thought Luka was going to be an MVP this year. He's been putting up great numbers, but Dallas defensively is just not there. So, yeah. And then my surprises, I have Utah and Jordan Clarkson. Huge shout out to Jordan Clarkson. He's been doing this thing this year. Utah is also the best record in the NBA. New York and Julius Randle. New York's finally in the playoffs. Julius Randle averaging great numbers. Shout out to him. Philadelphia and Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid, one of the front runners for being the MVP. Philadelphia is also the best team in the Eastern Conference. Shout out to them. And the Spurs. Spurs have missed the playoffs ever since the departure of Kawhi Leonard. And, not a lot of people was paying attention to them. But Greg Popovich has really been doing his thing, and they're in the playoffs right now. So shout out to them. I know it took a very long time. I apologize, but that's going to do it for the Raiders Sports Center. Thank y'all for joining me, and I'll see y'all next time.